F-35s, fighter jets.
You can't see it. You can't see it.
Even if it's right next to it, it can't see.
Dot.
And we're back. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Left Face TV, Robo Stream, however you wanna put it. Let's go ahead and stop that one there, right there. I hope everybody's doing well. Sig Fang, Architect of Sin, coming in first, and we're back. That's right. To point and laugh at politicians fail. It's more of like a laugh cry. You know what I mean? A laugh cry for sure. I am. You want to you want to just be able to be like, these guys are idiots, except for the fact that we are going to have to all pay for it dearly. This is going to be a very, very interesting 4 years, especially come Monday. Monday's stream is going to be interesting, I think. I can't skip Monday. Monday is going to be the inauguration, and we'll see where we end up going from there. There are some people out there. What's going on, see you, Rouse? TikTok, you don't stop. And oh yeah, I need to talk to you later about a little thing I was working on. Talked about on Discord. Bet. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, do that because I'll forget. That's for damn sure. But I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see y'all. What do we got going on? TikTok upholds the ban. I don't know why people. Well, I don't want to say it like that. I don't know why I'm surprised. I knew it was gonna happen. I'm like, nah, it's gonna happen. But then there was some stuff there at the end that they're like, let's extend it 270 days. Then you think about capitalism, and you're like, nah, there's a lot of money in that. They're not gonna let it happen. Yada yada yada. And then they're like, nah, unanimous. Every single judge. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Which is wild. And then talk a little bit about REDNote, Xiaohongshu. That's how you say it. It's okay if you can't. It takes a little bit of practice. You know what I mean? You gotta be in with the Chinese, and they'll hook you up. And soon you'll be speaking Chinese just like me, which is to say none. But that's where everybody went. That place blew up, so we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about there was a little bit of controversy with that, but we'll see what happens. Ceasefire in Gaza is approved. We talked a little bit about that on Nerds of Culture. We'll see. Apparently, it's taken a step further today. Michelle Obama just stuns the world. Just, I mean, not even just the United States, the world, with the fact that she's not going to show up to Donald Trump's inauguration. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this is the lowest point this country has ever been in its entire history. Yeah. Right? All I know is that Fox News is flipping out. So hopefully we'll find something like that. I did want to open us up with one video that I think is appropriate. Michelle's going low. Good. Michelle, actually, you know what? Michelle is going high. When they go low, we go high. Yeah, Michelle is going high. She goes, you know what? I'm going to do the Christian thing and not show up because I'm not going to go there like Kid Rock, like Snoop Dogg, and support this bullshit. So I'm gonna take the high road and not go. You know, supposedly it's about her birthday, but we know damn well that's not what it's about. I'm like, there is one thing though, and we'll get into it later. It's not a big deal. It's just something I'm wondering. How dope would it have been if Barack Obama didn't go? That would have been nice. I would have liked to see that. I would have loved to see that. What does this say? Oh, man, these phones are getting crazy. So it let me know my wife has arrived. It says check-in complete. It's like, yeah, try to kidnap me now, kidnappers. Here, check out this video real quick, though. This right here is the legacy Joe Biden leaves behind in his last weekday as president of the United States of America. he has made sure this is his legacy. Yeah. So, as usual, we will go ahead and kick off the stream with a little bit of, hey, you know, I just noticed. What's the deal, Steel? ¿Dónde está la música? Music. Boom. Chrome. Music. Isn't that interesting? Ain't that something? It's not playing. All right, anyways, let's check this out.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Israel's war cabinet and government is convening to vote on the long-awaited Gaza ceasefire agreement.
It already happened. It voted in.
Far-right Israeli cabinet ministers, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich and Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir have voiced opposition to the deal, with Ben-Gvir threatening to quit if it's passed. As Palestinians await confirmation the deal has been secured, Israel continues its deadly attacks across Gaza. Over 113 Palestinians have been killed since the truce was announced Wednesday, at least 28 of them children. This is Sami Abu Tahun, a displaced child living in Al-Nusayrat camp.
I only wish to return to Gaza City for one reason. I wish to see my father again. Since our displacement, I lost something essential in my life, the presence of a father. When my mother asked me to go pray, I refused because I wanted to pray with my father. We hope the war will end next Sunday, as they say in the meetings.
If approved, the ceasefire deal will go into effect Sunday, including the release of the first hostages. We'll get latest on ceasefire after headlines. Israeli troops have carried out another day of raids across the occupied West Bank. On Thursday, Israeli forces raided the Askar refugee camp, shooting and wounding 3 Palestinian teens. Separately, Israeli military vehicles entered the grounds of the Arab Evangelical.
One of the scariest times for Palestinians I was reading was the hours before which is now, these hours before the ceasefire. So in these next days, these bloodthirsty fucking ghouls. What's going on, Jon Stewart? These ghouls know that they're about to not be able to kill with impunity anymore. And so what do they do these days leading up to ceasefire? They're going to go extra ham. They're going to go all out. And that's where Palestinians are like, this is about to get fucking crazy.
Hospital in Nablus and took up positions in the courtyard. Overnight, Israeli soldiers raided the Tulkarem refugee camp, where there were reports of gunfire and clashes with Palestinian fighters. This all follows an Israeli airstrike on the city of Jenin Wednesday that killed 6 Palestinians and left scores injured. On Thursday, mourners held funeral processions for the dead, even as they welcomed the Gaza ceasefire deal.
The Jenin refugee camp was supporting the Gaza people during the 15 months war on Gaza, and thus we expect calmer times for Jenin.
Since October 2023, near daily Israeli raids on the West Bank have killed nearly 800 Palestinians and injured 6,700 others. Over 14,000 have been arrested. Outgoing Secretary of State Antony Blinken was confronted by 2 journalists as he delivered his final news conference at the State Department Thursday. The Gray Zone's editor, Max Blumenthal, disrupted Blinken just minutes into his address to reporters.
You waved the white flag before
We'll
Netanyahu.
have the time to take questions at the end.
You waved the white flag before Israeli fascism.
We'll have the time to take questions
Your
at the end.
father-in-law was an Israel lobbyist. Your grandfather was an Israel lobbyist. Are you compromised by Israel? Why did you allow the Holocaust of our time to happen? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? You too, Matt. You smirked through the whole thing.
God, dude.
Smirked through
That
a
motherfucker
genocide.
right there. That motherfucker is like, God, what a punchable ass face.
How does it feel to have your
He's like a
legacy be genocide?
white
How does
Ted
it feel to
Cruz
have your legacy
or
be
whiter.
genocide? You
Man
too, Matt.
eater.
You smirked
What's going on? That guy right there. I forget his name.
legacy be genocide. How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? You too,
That
Matt.
bitch right there. God, dude. Like, look at his smirk. Look at his fucking smirk. It's just like, just.
You smirked through the whole thing every day. You smirked through a genocide.
No, that's legit. That's legit. That I will say this much. I don't really blame them for kicking him out. You know, I did see a lot of coverage on social media of like, oh, this is free speech, or, you know, like they'll started him being like pulled out. This happened, you know, previously too. And it's like, I support what he did, but it's also kind of like, what do you, did you expect them to just, you know, like, oh, we can't have a press conference today because this guy's going to keep screaming. So, I mean, of course he got kicked out, but I still think it's based that he did it, you know?
Though was addressing State Department spokesperson Matt Miller at the end of the video. Matt Miller then ordered security to preemptively remove independent journalist Sam Husseini, forcing him to shout his questions to Blinken towards the stage as he was forcibly carried out of the room, then handcuffed.
That's the one I was thinking of.
From Amnesty International, to the ICJ saying that Israel's doing genocide and extermination, and you're telling me to respect the process. Criminal, why aren't you in the Hague? Why aren't you in the Hague?
Right before
Why
the
aren't you in the
journalist
Hague?
confronted the Secretary of State, Blinken thanked the press for, quote, asking tough questions. Earlier this week, a ProPublica report detailed the Biden administration's repeated pattern of issuing empty threats and warnings to Israel over the past 15 months, allowing Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu to dismiss any red lines from Washington while continuing his genocide in Gaza with impunity. Senate confirmation hearings continued Thursday for Trump's cabinet nominees. Scott Bessent, nominated for Treasury Secretary, advocated for more deregulation and higher tariffs and opposed increasing the federal minimum wage. Bessent also called for extending Trump's 2017 tax cuts, which is projected to add $4 trillion to the federal deficit.
This is the single most important economic issue of the day. This is pass-fail. That if we do not fix these tax cuts, if we do not renew and extend, then we will be facing.
So check this out. This fucking we gotta write these things down right here. You know, actually, you know, I don't why you know, it's not 1980 anymore. Let me. So check this out. Let me tell you what he's doing. The nominated Treasury Secretary, right? The incoming Treasury Secretary nominated by Donald Trump is sitting here talking about how we need to make sure that we renew these tax benefits, these tax cuts. This is the year they cut. This is the year they expire. Guess who made this particular tax law? This was Donald Trump 4 years ago. And he made it last 4 years. The Republicans did this on purpose so that, and remember what I said before. And I cut it out and I put it on YouTube. It's a short. I don't know that this is going to happen, like as far as gas and food and all this stuff. And guess what these idiots are going to do? They're going to praise the Donald. You know what? Hey, I don't like the guy either. But when he came in, he cut our taxes. Because do you think it's an accident? I'm sorry. When I said this year, let me correct myself. They didn't end this year. They ended last year. So when we got our taxes back this year, people noticeably got way less. And then he's going to come back into office. He's going to get tax cuts passed. and it's going to be bipartisan because nobody's going to want to, no one's going to be the one to vote against tax cuts. And then they're going to go, see, Trump cuts our taxes. It's all a chess game. It's all a chess game.
An economic calamity.
Trump's pick to lead the Interior Department, former North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, praised Trump's agenda of so-called energy dominance, but vowed to, quote, follow the law and follow the Constitution. Former New York Congressmember Lee Zeldin, nominated to lead the EPA, asserted, quote, I believe that climate change
Jimmy Carter
is real,
Biden.
unquote, but would not commit to regulating
Nice.
greenhouse gases if he's confirmed. Meanwhile, in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis named Florida Attorney General Trump loyalist Ashley Moody to fill Marco Rubio's Senate seat. Rubio is expected to be confirmed as the next Secretary of State. Miami Herald reports Moody sued the Biden administration 9 times since 2023, including on immigration policy, transgender rights, COVID-19 policies, and student debt relief.
And then that's how you do it. It's just like it's like the mafia in that way. Hey, you do what I need you to do for these next 4 years. I need you to disrupt as much as possible. Don't worry, we're gonna take care of you. And this is how they do it. This is how the game is played.
Rudy Giuliani has settled with 2 Georgia election workers he was found guilty of defaming. The deal allows Giuliani to avoid a trial and keep his apartment in New York and condo in Florida in exchange for an undisclosed payment to Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, and has pledged not to further defame the 2 women. The mother-daughter duo welcomed the opportunity to, quote, move forward with our lives, unquote, after the deal was reached, calling the last 4 years a living nightmare. In California, some mandatory evacuation zones around Los Angeles have been reopened after firefighters made significant gains battling 2 massive wildfires. As of Thursday evening, the Palisades fire was 27% contained, the Eaton fire 55% contained. Officially, the death toll from the fire stands at 27. But a new study by Yale University's Climate Connections predicts that toxic smoke combined with disruption to the economy and health may lead to thousands of deaths over the coming years. It's already the costliest wildfire event in California history. A report from Wells Fargo and Goldman Sachs estimates the cost to insurers alone could reach as much as $30 billion. On Thursday, dozens of climate activists with the Sunrise Movement held a protest outside a Phillips 66 terminal in Los Angeles, demanding oil companies pay up for the wildfires and other climate catastrophes. Last year, oil and gas interests successfully campaigned to kill a California bill that would have forced polluters to help
Elite X1, what's
cover
up?
the cost of climate disasters. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has blamed the fossil
This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong with our country right here. Can you imagine?
Last year, oil and gas.
Can you imagine France or South Korea? This is like, I'm only saying South Korea because of what they just did recently, but definitely France. Can you imagine France showing up? Well, how many people we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people. We just had one of the biggest fires this country is in this country's history. And the reason why they're making grounds for containing it is simply because the weather is working out in their favor. Like if wind stayed up for whatever reason, it would just keep spreading forever. It's like there's nothing they can do about it. And with climate change doing this, who shows up? 9 people. And these are 9 people. I mean, not to stereotype, but they seem like the typical college age. You know what I mean? Not one person in this picture looks like they're over 30. Finally, I'm not alone on the Twitch side. South Korea would be right. They did have rights over the years. Yeah, for sure.
Gas interests.
You know what I like about South Korea? They're activists. They know how to support North Korea, and be able to look past the propaganda and the bullshit. It's like the way the South Korean government and the American government do shit is like, hey, fuck North Korea, right? And like, oh, but there's like starving people and children, and you know, maybe we should let them get food. Nah, fuck them. They got bombs and they want to kill everyone. You shouldn't care about starving children. And it's like, those are like two different things though. Like whatever you think about the government, like I don't want children starved out. And the American government's like, well, they're gonna. You know, what are you gonna do about it? Anybody heard from Herschel Walker or Tim Scott? Their use is done. Their use is done. So they get thrown back exactly where they were before we heard of them.
Successfully campaigned to kill a California bill that would have forced polluters to help cover the cost of climate disasters. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has blamed the fossil fuel industry for the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles, linking them to the broader climate crisis in a speech Guterres gave to the UN General Assembly on Wednesday.
Damn.
Look no further than the hills of Los Angeles. It has gone from the home of disaster movies to a scene of disaster. Who pays the price for climate destruction around the world? Not the fossil fuel industry, pocketing profits and taxpayer subsidies as their products wreak havoc. Every people suffer.
The U.S. has announced sanctions against the chief of Sudan's armed forces, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. The Treasury Secretary accused Sudan's military of lethal attacks on civilians, including the use of chemical weapons and the denial of humanitarian aid.
Oh, that's cool. So they can they have no problem putting sanctions on war criminals in Sudan. It's a good thing. That's a good thing. Just can't get it done with Israel, huh? Weird.
This comes just days after the Biden administration imposed sanctions on Sudan's rival paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Forces, and a week after accusing the RSF of committing genocide. The UN says more than 150,000 people have been killed since fighting erupted April 2023. 11 million people have fled their homes while famine has spread to at least 5 regions. Earlier this week, a local volunteer network said over 120 people were killed during shelling in Omdurman, the twin city of Sudan's capital, Khartoum.
Exactly.
In the U.S., an Ohio woman who is charged with felony abuse of a corpse after having a miscarriage has filed a federal lawsuit against the hospital and healthcare providers who treated her, as well as the police and the city of Warren for their role in criminalizing her pregnancy loss. In 2023, Brittany Watts was denied abortion care at 22 weeks pregnant, despite being told her fetus was not viable and that she was at risk of hemorrhaging and sepsis. She miscarried at home several days later and was criminally charged 2 weeks later after a hospital worker reported her to police, falsely claiming she improperly disposed of the remains of her pregnancy.
Improperly disposed of the remains of what? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. What is this? There's a 3-stream streak. Oh, got it. I was like, I didn't see an alert. 3-stream. that should be alert for me. Like this dude streamed 3 times. Yeah. So basically, you know, for those who don't know, I mean, a miscarriage is constantly mistaken. It's very frequent. It's very normal to mistake a miscarriage for a very heavy period, menstruation. And it's interesting because these legislators don't know or don't give a shit. Like what is the improper disposal of a fetus? What the fuck is what is that? So you have it happens. What are you supposed to like take it, give it funeral rites? Like what is, God, dude. Yeah, I know they're being a pain in the ass. So all of a sudden it's like, they're like toddlers, like, oh, he's live. Let's go fuck around. DSB. What's going
is
on?
making history, commuting the sentences of nearly 2,500 federal prisoners convicted of nonviolent drug offenses. The order will benefit people who received harsher punishments than they would have under modern sentencing laws and practices, including those given lengthy sentences based on distinctions between crack and powder cocaine. Biden has now issued more individual pardons and commutations than any other U.S. president. And the meatpacking companies, Purdue Farms and JBS, will pay $8 million for exploiting immigrant children who worked in their slaughterhouses after reaching a settlement with the Labor Department. The companies came under scrutiny in recent years after a series of reports revealed unaccompanied youth, mostly from Mexico and Central America,
of course,
are being maimed and burned while working at meat plants, often on graveyard shifts. Federal law prohibits children from working in slaughterhouses due to dangerous conditions. The money will go to the children as well as organizations that assist them, including Kids in Need of Defense. And this latest news, the Israeli Security Cabinet has approved the ceasefire and hostage deal. And those are some of the headlines. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman.
Yes. The ceasefire has been approved. It definitely has been approved. There was some nervousness earlier. There was some talks about Netanyahu possibly killing it, finding a reason to undo it. And it was that dude. I forgot his name, but they're all pieces of shit, but like the super pieces of shit. What's his name? It's sort of a G or some shit. But he's the one who was making waves. Man, what was good? Oh, I had it. It was on the tip of my tongue. Gavir, Israel. Like the super piece of shit in the Likud party. Yeah, Ben Gavir. There it is. Itamar Ben Gavir. I guarantee you he was the one trying to like no. Like, hello, we need to finish this genocide. Like Ben Gavir is like an absolute monster. Is an absolute monster of a human being. Like this right here will hopefully go down in history books as actually, let's do it this way. This guy right here will definitely go down in history books as somebody extremely just your next Hitler. Just a Hitler type. You know what I mean? Like if he had it his way, he would absolutely become the next Hitler. Like that's not even a question. As a matter of fact, I would go so far as to say that he'll tell you that. Of course, he wouldn't agree with what like Hitler did or anything. He'll say something along the lines of like, no, he was a piece of shit. But would I do the same thing to Arab people? 100%. Because they're monsters, they're garbage, they're rats, they're blah, 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 blah. They deserve this and that. This dude right here is like one of the main proponents why any of this shit happens to Palestinians today. But yeah, there was definitely talks about delaying it. But even though it would voted today and it's supposed to start on Sunday, when does ceasefire begin? Ceasefire blah, 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 blah was approved. Wait. 3 hours ago. Yeah. I think it's Sunday. So they got about 24 hours to there it is. 4 p.m. local time on Sunday. Israel's Justice Ministry published a list of 95 Palestinian prisoners to be freed in the deal's first phase and said the release will not begin before 4 p.m. local time Sunday. All people on the list are younger or female. it'll happen just in time for Trump to take credit for it. 100%, just like the taxes. Just like the taxes. This is none of this is coincidental. None of this is by accident. The tax code that was written by the Republicans during Trump's presidency expired last year. That's why these tax returns were shit this year. And then he'll bring it back. And the next time we get tax returns is going to be super awesome, right? Not this one coming up, because this fiscal year still belongs to Biden. But the one after, it'll be like, oh man, this is awesome again, right? Because that's the thing about the working class is it doesn't take very much to help. That's how hurting the working class is, right? You sit there and you're like, oh wow, I got an extra $1,500 this year. Fuck yeah, right? I mean, like $1,500 is a lot of money. $1,500 is pennies. You lose $15 by accident, and you'll never, for billionaires. But the way they do that, it's a red herring. They'll sit there and just kind of wave it in front of your face, and they'll go, like, yeah, here's $1,500, and then they give massive credits to the corporations. Massive credit. But that's exactly what's going to happen. And the same thing they did with taxes, the same thing they're going to do here. But here's the thing, though. But check this out. Here's the thing. We talked about Trump getting credit. Trump is going to take credit. Trump probably is the one who did it. Like, Trump is actually legitimately probably the one who does. Let me see if I can find the article. Because Trump sent an envoy forward. Now, before you think that I'm trying to like give credit where credit is due or some shit, no, don't get it fucked up. What happened was Netanyahu obviously wants Trump in office. They're both right-wing fascist pieces of shit, right? So what he's going to do is he's going to this is got guarantee. This is conversations between these two that nobody else knows about. Is you stonewall and you say and you go, I'm gonna do this, right? Then he goes, when I come in office, I need you to stop it. But don't worry, because later on, you saw what happened when I was president. I moved the embassy. This is gonna be better for you. But I need you to stop it so that I can get credit. And it could be like, Biden couldn't stop it. I sent somebody to stop it. Biden didn't lower your credit, your tax return, didn't get you more in your tax returns. I did. Biden could have done the same, but he didn't.
Here.
Oh shit! Scare the shit out of me.
Be a baby.
Appreciate it. Yeah, take these dogs. Can you take these dogs out?
To go
Go.
play or out of the
No,
room?
out of the room. They keep fighting. Go.
Chapman can be in here by himself.
Yeah, he's okay. Whatever. Con man, backroom deal bullshit. Cost of human lives. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I really do believe that Biden was a true believer. He is somebody who probably legitimately believes that that protecting Israel is the Christian thing to do. Ironically, everybody, all these like Christian nationalists and shit, they think like Trump is the one, right? Because when you're a Christian nationalist, Christianity is second to your whiteness, right? Like it's really about white supremacy. Because if you really were paying attention, you'd realize that Trump only does his shit to increase his wealth, right? Like he only does shit to benefit himself. But here you have Biden, who tanked the Democratic Party and really tanked Kamala Harris's campaign. Now, I give Kamala Harris a lot of shit for her walkout with old Republican girl. I give her shit for, not being, not being direct, saying, yes, see, we will do a ceasefire. We will do an arms embargo. Because here's the deal is some excuses that I've heard of for that might be valid, which is the fact that she was still the vice president. And it is unprecedented and something you don't want to see happen for a vice president to vocally be in opposition of the president that they're serving. Like, you just don't do that. So how, if President Biden is not willing to budge on that, how does she during a campaign when she's still the sitting vice president? Now, I don't think that absolves her of anything, because I think, well, just get some, have some courage and you do it anyway, right? It is a genocide. We're not talking about policies. We're not talking about tax code. We're talking about a fucking genocide. But even still, who could have said, hey, go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the same thing on my side. Biden was the one who really felt like he had to support Israel, even in the face of genocide. White supremacy and Christianity is a wild relation. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Okay. Next up on the docket is another thing that Trump is going to take credit for. Burning a cross, using the Bible to justify saving, raping. Well, to be fair, the Bible has literal rules on how to treat your slaves. So, Christian, but burning a cross, wild. So here's another thing that Donald Trump is going to take credit for, and that is potentially saving TikTok. Because today, TikTok, the Supreme Court had voted unanimously on to ban TikTok. Not to protect reproductive rights, not to protect children from firearms, not to protect our earth that is literally just going into self-destruct mode before our very eyes. Probably self-destruct is the wrong way to put it, considering we're the one destroying it. No. Now, on all those things, we're split, and there's a conservative majority in the Supreme Court, and man, we just can't come together and agree. But they came together 9-0 to ban a social media app. Now, let me tell you all something real quick. I'm gonna tell you all something real quick. I still got my connects, right? You don't spend 23 years in the Air Force and not have connections. And let me tell you something. This shit is not about data. Okay? This isn't about data. This isn't about data because we don't have any, because no legislation was made to protect our data. Is it about people selling data? Check this out. Facebook, Meta, data to China. There we go. Check this shit out. Right. This is about, right? This is about data to China, right? What's this right here? Facebook gave data access. This is from 2018. Facebook gave data access to China, a Chinese firm flagged by U.S. intelligence. Facebook has data sharing partnerships with at least 4 Chinese electronics companies, including a manufacturing giant that has a close relationship with China's government. Every corporation has a relationship with the Chinese government. That's how the CCP works. Okay. This is How do we know Meta isn't selling our shit? Exactly. People do. We do. WeChat? WeChat is a Chinese messaging app. Go download it right now. Because it's not about that. It was about the way information was distributed to the users on TikTok. I have a theory about REDNote when we get to it. Did they say if they gave the justices all the classified info, they won't let us see, but trust us for our safety? Yes. That's exactly what happened. They're like, yeah, I can't tell you why. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that are saying, there's probably stuff that happening. They are the enemy. Listen, there's something, you know what is about as deep-seated and integral to Western society as anti-blackness? Anti-blackness is definitely number one. But you know what I would probably bet is a close second? Xenophobia. Anti-Chinese bigotry. And I've never been more sure of that than I am now after a few days on REDNote. And now that sounds melodramatic. That sounds like, oh, okay, now you know that they're all the good guys. Yes. I am saying that. Not because I think the CCP, the government are good. Not because I don't think there's corruption. Not because I don't think that there's bad, but the idea, like, think about it. If I go on REDNote right now and I talk to people and there's lives and we're interacting with English with people who speak English and they're all excited about it, and then they're teaching us about like, oh yeah, you don't do that here and we don't do that there, and oh wow, so this is not true. I'm like, no, that's not true. What do they say? Of course they're gonna tell you that. So you have to believe that of the millions of people that are on REDNote, Xiaohongshu, that anybody who talks positively about China, they're forced to. They're forced to, or they're Chinese spies. It's just an app full of robots who aren't allowed to think for themselves and spies. The most populated country on the earth. They somehow have this complete control over everybody. It's silly. It is complete conspiracy theory silliness. Let's not forget that Google has some intrusive tools with Google Play Store. Lots of permission. They don't. Man, you know what? I wish I had. Man, hold on. Let me see if I got it on my phone real quick. There's a video. I hope I saved it. There's a video about Facebook Messenger and how out of all the apps that everybody uses, Facebook Messenger is the one that it's like, look, y'all don't understand. Y'all just don't get it. Facebook Messenger is the one. You know, I'm just gonna try to remember what he said. I can't find it right now, but basically, and y'all can fact check me. Basically, dude said, because he worked he said he worked IT for like 10 years and and he goes, let me tell you something that everybody needs to delete right fucking now. It's not TikTok, it's not WeChat, it's not WhatsApp, it's not Facebook. It's Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger, when you click OK on Facebook Messenger, you're telling it that it can go through your phone, it can grab your contacts, it can be a part of your home network, it can scan your home network, but not just your home network, right? And know about the devices, and then the types of devices and the information on those devices. It's any network. So you go to school and you get on the Wi-Fi, you give them permission to go through that network, through your phone, to use your phone to scan that network. And they build this information up. And we've already we know where they sell this data to. Anybody who has the money to buy it. They allow this access to data, and that's why they're fucking billionaires. So then why TikTok? Why TikTok then? The reason TikTok and not WeChat, and by the way, like I said, I alluded to earlier, I'm not 100% sure that Xiaohongshu is gonna go away. I don't know that it is. And here's what I'll say. Here's why I think that. What's going on, Blaze Faust? Here's why I'm not 100% sure that REDNote or Xiaohongshu is going to go away. Because REDNote Xiaohongshu, right, is going to, we'll just call it REDNote, is going to, it's not a politically, like, you can't be political on there. Like, you can't be out there like there's some stuff, but then you can't get too crazy because they'll moderate you, because what they call it's a lifestyle app, they said. Right? They want people to go on there and talk about where they travel and what best places to eat and things like that. Comedy, dances, like it's like what TikTok was originally meant to be, but they so if I go on there and I post pictures of fucking dead babies from Palestine, you're gonna get banned. You can say free Palestine. You can it's not that they don't let you talk about Palestine. It's just that they're really strict with their content. And I think that's going to be the reason that they don't ban it. I'm not 100% sure they're not going to ban it, but if they don't, that'll be the reason. But I kept getting close to the point, and then I forget to get there. Why TikTok? The reason for TikTok is because it is the way that the algorithm works. The algorithm does not regulate against people who are smaller creators. It doesn't say, I'm not this one. We're not going to get a lot of people to see because we don't make money off of advertising for it, like YouTube does, like Twitch does, like Facebook does, right? Meta. So if Meta does all this stuff and TikTok's like, nah, we just, basically what they do is you get about 300 views. That's why everybody gets about 300. You go to my TikTok and you'll see like oh wow, he's got a couple big ones, but pretty much all his videos are like, couple hundred. Yep, it's not because they do well, it's because that's pretty much what they do. They push out pretty much every video to a couple hundred people, and if they fucking love it, then they love it. And that's it. And they're not going to stop you from saying your country sucks. They're not going to stop you from saying, hey, this is the truth. That's why Gaza was able to get the information out. That's why Palestinians in Gaza were able to get the information out. Because everybody else is banning their shit and, they'll talk about content restrictions and stuff like that. TikTok's like, nah, we're good. Yeah, put it up there. I don't give a fuck. And the government's like, wait, time out. Also, ain't REDNote supposed to be used by large for G-rated content? Exactly, 100%. They don't allow nudity. They don't allow any of that stuff. Matter of fact, I'm gonna on this thing. We can poke through it here in a second. I'll show you all. I don't expect anybody to sign up that didn't already sign up. I think if you're not gonna sign up because I don't know about the Chinese, then I think that's silly. Borderline xenophobic, right? But if you're not going to sign up because you don't like, you don't need another person having your data, or just like security concerns, or I'm not even to social media that much. That's fine. I don't give a fuck about that. Whatever. I don't even give a fuck if it's the first one too. If you think, I don't think anybody should just. It's a fucking social media app. Who gives a fuck? But I do want people to understand, like, what exactly it is. So I'll scroll through on here. It's less optimized for Americans on the web, on the PC, the browser, than the application. You can tell they've pushed out a lot more English updates for the browser. I mean, for the application, but the browsers is going to be a little bit more. But yeah. Here's something that y'all need to know. Here's something y'all need to know. Now I'm trying to pick my words carefully because I'm not trying to get arrested. And my pension and everything is still tied to the federal government. So I'd hate to like oh, you did this thing, without giving anything away. Let's just say that how do I put this? It wouldn't surprise anybody to know that every country has a plan for worst case scenarios involving other countries. Right? I mean, that's pretty normal. So if you think that the United States doesn't have a plan for if something goes down in Taiwan, you would be silly. You would be thinking too small. China has a plan for if shit goes down in Taiwan. Russia has a plan if shit goes down in Taiwan and they need to support China. Canada has a plan if Russia comes across the way and wants to push on to Alaska. Like, we all have there's all these plans. And with the area around Taiwan heating up, now this is something that I wouldn't know. I have no need to know. I don't have a clearance anymore. I'm not in the military. But with Taiwan heating up, I guarantee you that there is an effort to be able to control public opinion with regard to China. And they want to make sure that we do not have the ability. So now I'm going to have to like backtrack and contradict myself. If REDNote stays around, it's going to be because of how moderated it is. But the fact that so many people are coming away from REDNote with positive corrections on how they thought China was and the Chinese people, you can bet your ass they're gonna get rid of that too. So don't be surprised. So if within the next 5 years, shit for real goes down around Taiwan, think back to this. Think back to the shit that's been going on right now, and you'll see and be like, this is why they were controlling and flipping out about China so much, because they knew that shit was about to go down. Now, I'm not getting conspiratorial here. I'm not trying to, like, it's not about false flags or anything, but information warfare is real. It has always been real. Rob, I swear, if I ever get a knock at the door because I watch your streams, Mr. God, yeah, oh, yeah, I'm glad you reminded me that. Hold on. For those of you all who aren't on Threads, man, you guys want to know why I'm going to bat for China so hard right now? Like, you're about to find out right here. Where is it at? Yeah. You're going to find out why I'm going to bat so hard for China right now. I put out a little video introducing myself. Look at that. You look like God of War. You must be good at fighting. What? I should have been like, that's right, boy. Damn. So I'm like, ever since this message, I'm like, bro, CCP. I gotta learn the national anthem. I'm Chinese now. That's what it is. I'm Chinese today. Oh, shit. Let's see what Trump has to say. See, you know what's funny about that too? Like, you laugh, right? You laugh like they butter people's bread like that. Listen, I promise you, this is what I mean about, like, I want to use this as an example. I know you're kidding, but there are people out there that really believe that messages like that they're from Chinese spies. That's what they're supposed to do, to get you to. But do you think everybody has control of their citizens like that? You don't think there's other countries who say the same thing about us? Like, there were people on Threads, like, kind of insinuating that it was American propaganda that I was saying that the people were happy for us to be there. Like, oh yeah, that's American propaganda. I'm like, what's American propaganda? Me sharing my experience with you? Like, I'm a part of the system now? Like, what's wrong with you people? Because you like being fetishized? Nah, I don't even know if that was a girl or guy. He just said I was jacked. And I'm like, that's right. That's because you can only see from my titties up. That's it. Now I can never stand up on I can never put a whole body picture on let's see what Trump has to say about this shit.
Breaking news. The Supreme Court just ruled that a controversial ban on TikTok may take effect on Sunday. The ruling putting the spotlight on President-elect Donald Trump. And I just spoke to him on the phone. It was a brief conversation. And this was his first reaction. I was actually telling him about how the Supreme Court ruled. And he told me, quote, in response, "It ultimately goes up to me, so you're going to see what I'm going to do. Congress has given me the decision, so I'll be making the decision." So we're going to talk to our panel about that, because it's not so simple, although, of course, he will have some options available to him. So before we get to that, I want to go straight to Paula to break down this ruling for us, Paula.
Yeah, easily the biggest decision out of the court so far this term. And here the justices allowing this ban on the popular app TikTok to go forward amid bipartisan concerns about the national security risk posed by this app. Now, specifically, the justices were looking at a law passed last April by Congress with broad bipartisan support that said the app would be banned unless it was sold from its parent company, ByteDance, because the concern is that ByteDance has obligations and allegiances to the Chinese government. And the specific national security concern is that this app is collecting enormous amounts of data on Americans, and that data could be used or manipulated in a crisis. Now, in its decision, the court said that even TikTok, quote,
in a crisis. What'd I say?
Not dispute that the government has an important and well-grounded interest in preventing China from collecting the personal data of tens of millions of U.S. TikTok users. Nor could they. The platform collects extensive personal information from and about its users. Now, Justice Gorsuch wrote, quote, "Speaking with and in favor of a foreign adversary is one thing. Allowing a foreign adversary to spy on Americans is another." Now, TikTok had argued that this ban is a violation of the First Amendment. As we know, nearly 200 million Americans use this app to express themselves, everything from the news to cat videos to the latest dance craze. But the justices appeared skeptical of that argument. And in their decision today, they said, look, this is very specific. We're talking about an app that collects an enormous amount of data for a foreign adversary.
Like every app.
So they said that even though First Amendment protections are usually given enormous deference, here they're issuing this narrow ruling. So legally, what could happen next? Well, it kind of falls to President-elect Trump if he is able to show that there are serious good faith negotiations underway to sell TikTok. This ban could be paused, but the Supreme Court today also could have paused this and given him more time to engage in those negotiations, and the court chose not to do that. Pamela?
Yeah, that's certainly notable. I want to bring Joan in because it's interesting. You know, Donald Trump was once spearheading the effort to ban TikTok, and then he's had this reversal. He wants to save it, right? The justices actually noted that he once tried to ban it.
They did, right at the top of the opinion. In a couple different instances, the justices referred to the fact that in August of 2020, Donald Trump had actually issued an executive order against TikTok. And it also noted that he had expressed concerns for the vast swaths of information that TikTok collects on American users. And that goes to the justices' grounds. Just to remind everyone what the federal government had argued here. Two grounds. They argued two grounds. One is all the data that's collected, the amassing of data from 170 million users. But then they also argued that TikTok not only had that data to use for blackmail or espionage, but also would
blackmail.
Be in a position to covertly manipulate messages, different kinds of propaganda. The justices actually set aside the second reasoning. They decided we're not going to look at that one because it was enough for them to find that the threat to national security was in the data collection. And we kind of saw this coming because during oral arguments, several of the justices talked about Information that could be collected now on young people who down the road, 10, 15 years from now, come into more important positions and then could be vulnerable to what had been collected on them. And just the risk of not just today, that data collection, but down the road, what Beijing could potentially do to it. And that was the crux of their reasoning today, Pam.
And so now you have Donald Trump, who told me on the phone this morning that, look, the decision is ultimately up to me. Congress has given me the decision to do it. Now, we know the law allows this 90-day extension if there are actual...
What hurts? was there an alert that's supposed to happen? Oh, fuck.
170 million users. But then they also argued that TikTok not only had that data to use for blackmail or espionage, but also had would be in a position to covertly manipulate messages, different kinds of propaganda. The justices actually set aside the second reasoning. They decided we're not going to look at that one because it was enough years from now coming.
Allows this 90-day extension if there are actual, real, tangible negotiations happening. But ByteDance has said it doesn't want to sell TikTok. And so there's this looming question of what's going to happen Sunday when
there's other users of TikTok. That's the thing. ByteDance isn't going to sell because Canada's not banned, the UK is not banned, France is not banned. Like, I mean, there's it's not just the United States who uses TikTok every day. So they're like, all right, yeah, I mean, we're going to lose money, but it's still going to be worth a ton. It isn't.
This ban takes place. And between that time and when Donald Trump takes office Monday officially, and what options are available to him?
Yeah, I'm curious what he's being advised as far as how much discretion he has. I don't think this law, as it was passed and as President Biden signed it, really gives the president-elect, future President Trump, a whole lot of flexibility in terms of...
It's like any other law, though. How many laws out there are not enforced? So whether I don't think it would be about him going against Congress. I think it would be about him telling Congress, hey, don't worry about it. We'll take it off the books later or something like that. Like, I want this to go through, and then the people he has in his pocket, okay, we're not going to do anything about it.
Of being able to put the brakes on it once it goes into effect. There's a couple different options he has available. One, he could quickly see if he can put together a buyer group, and that is, again, if ByteDance and TikTok are willing to sell it, they have the option to just shut down their own service. They don't actually have to be bought, even if a buying group was put together. The other potential option that President-elect Trump might be thinking through with his team is whether or not he issues an executive order that directs
what you thinking, Blaze Faust?
The Attorney General not to enforce the law. In other words, not to conduct the investigations that the Act calls for.
There you go.
But the law
actually
applies to the companies that provide access to the app. So it's the companies that provide the app stores.
Apple Store, Google Play.
And that puts those companies, if he were to say, look, this law is in place, but I'm just not going to enforce it, go ahead companies and still go ahead and provide access to it, that puts the companies in a really, really difficult place because they're in a position then of potentially not complying with the law and risking huge fines.
Especially for Sunday when he's not officially president.
Well,
right?
he can't do anything before Sunday. We only have one president at a time.
Exactly, and they've made clear, the Biden White House has made clear, look, it's the end
They're
of
not going to do anything.
They're going to let it go. So the question would be, once President Trump steps into office, what does he do then? And it's not so simple. The law doesn't give him a whole lot of flexibility.
I want to go to Elena Green. Elena, when I spoke to President-elect Trump this morning, he talked about his call with President Xi of China, and he said it was a great call, and they talked.
Damn, that right there. That's it right there. Like 1.5 billion users worldwide, and almost 200 million in the United States. Like, why the fuck would they sell? Like, are you stupid? Like, why would you sell? Oh no, now it's gonna go down to 1.3 billion. Like, will they see a drop in funds? Yeah, sure. But that would be, you know what? I'll tell you this much. That'd be silly if they sold.
About TikTok, and we talked about several other issues, but that is notable because really the center of concern here that is also reflected in the Supreme Court opinion is about China taking Americans' data and spying on Americans. So you have to wonder.
Yeah, because, nobody spies on Americans except Americans. Nobody gets information that could be used for nobody could people are just going to use VPNs. It's not going to be carried in the stores. That's the problem. And even if you jailbreak your phone and use a VPN, I mean, like, how many people are going to do that? 200 million people. How many? You probably get a couple thousand people that are willing to go that far. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I see it happening. I just don't see it being like everybody does this and everybody still uses TikTok. I am curious though. Like, my daughter's in Greece, and I'm in contact with people who live in Canada. So I'm really curious to see what the state of TikTok is once there are no Americans on there, damn near. But there is REDNote, and I do want to go over that real quick, like. Oh shit, am I logged into this? I'm not logged in. See, this is the here we go. English. Oh, yeah, there you go. I didn't know you can do that. Man, I love technology. I don't care what anybody says. Like, you just be like, hey, just scan this code, and if your phone is logged in already, then you're good. I'm like, well, shit. Well, let me do that then. Scan. Go ahead, do your thing. TikTok says it will go dark on Sunday unless given definitive answers. See, that's the other part too that I think a lot of people are not really understanding, is that TikTok gets a vote too. And let me put this on here. Let me put this on here just in case, people aren't getting it. Like, they're not gonna fuck around. I mean, like, look, we'll just leave. We'll get the fuck out of here. Neo Zell, what's going on? Guest 256-893. Okay, but what if I get ahead of Facebook Messenger and every other company basically trying to steal and sell my data by just posting my social security number on all of them? Boom. Nice. There was some people joking around about how, like, because you can set like your name and then you can set your @ right. Like, I just made my @ my social security number, but check this out. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna go over here. Boom. Boom. Just look at the options now, trying to fill the vacuum that will be left by TikTok. So, what are you all using? What's going on, Gearless Mo? What are you all using? I'm gonna change this thing real quick. Like, Threads is gonna be it no matter what, right? There we go. General audience is ignorant. What are you all using? I've been meaning to get around to setting up a Blue Sky. So when it comes to like that stuff, I consider those to be something separate, right? Those are the microblogging websites, right? Those are the websites you go to when you don't want to go to Twitter anymore, right? So microblogging. And for that, I'm on Threads, and I don't see myself leaving Threads anytime soon, unless, with this whole new moderation thing, things turn out to be like X, Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it, then okay, that's just gonna get, if it gets stupid like that with like a bunch of white supremacists and people dropping N-bombs and nobody doing anything about it, okay, cool, then we gotta find somewhere else. But unless it gets crazy like Twitter did, then I'm really just not. There's nowhere to go. Like what I'm seeking the perfect moderation. I'm seeking the perfect CEO. Like no, I don't know what else to do about this shit. Data is only rationale. Is not the actual data. 100%. Yep, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. This shit is not about the data. It's not about the data. It's being able to control the information, especially. And they alluded to it. They says in times of crisis. Yeah, like you're not like we can't read the headlines about what's going on with Taiwan. Come on. But yeah, so here's the propaganda. Here's some propaganda for you. In China, do they have credit scores? You know, and so they have questions. This is an American, Daniela, and they'll have this stuff. No, you can tell you clearly that there is no. Okay, so they misunderstood. They said this is just credit score, but this person is defensive about the social credit score, which by the way is true. That was a myth. That was, you know, somebody said it on Threads, which I thought was completely like, man, I had to sit down. I'm just like, what the fuck? That is so true. They said it's wild. You know, it's wild that what we have is this interaction between Chinese people and American people, and the Chinese people are surprised that their country wasn't lying to them. Like, did you guys really have a congressional hearing on aliens? Like, we thought that was bullshit. Nah, it happened. It happened. They really went and took all this time out to study UFOs, I guess, you know. Okay. And then we go, is this true that and then they go, nah, that's not true. So we're finding out more and more that our country is lying to us, at least with regard to who China is. And China finds out that their country wasn't lying to us, and you know, it's just wild. But yeah, look at all this shit. It's just like, yeah, some booties out there, but you know, this is American, so we'll see how long that lasts. But some shit's funny. It's just regular shit. Like, what are they expecting? Gaza models. What is this? Release. Oh, that's if I want to put up a video. Nature shit. Cat. Whoa, what the fuck? What is that? Oh, no, that's smart. Yeah, that's smart. Like, who bit it? It was you son of a bitch. See? Funny cat videos. And then there's been so much interaction. There's a term in Chinese that is like NEGA, 2 syllables, and it's like their verbal pause. It's the way they say you know, and then so they're like, oh yeah, you know, people always say how we say the N-word, but that's not what we're saying when we're talking. It's how we say So I mean, which one? Girl on the right eating the brick or what? Oh shit. Is it cake? Anyways. What are you talking about? I don't see anything worth going. Oh my god, the girl. Let's see. On the right or the left? No, I'm not. I'm done. The delay will be here all day. No, stop. Can you see this? Yes. I have Xiaohongshu and about to give them like debit card to buy from their store. You have to get WeChat. I tried to sign into WeChat today and it wasn't letting me, so I don't know if everybody and their mother's doing it. And then you get your deal. Go back to where I was. Click on the Luigi one. Yeah. Here, let me see. Let's actually watch some shit. Let's watch some shit. Here we go. Capital Violence and Resistance: The Dilemma Between Philosophy and Reality. There's a classical. They love Luigi, by the way. Love. There she is. So here. Katie is there. Back down. Okay. Here. By the snake. Her. Good morning, Tokyo. Was that a... Oh, I realized why I was confused. I thought that was Maneater that says good girl on the right. So I was trying to figure out, like, based off of, like, what she was talking about. I'm like, well, yeah, no. Yeah, I will tell you this much. Both Maneater and I realized that, I mean, obviously there are pretty Asians, right? Clearly. But I don't know that I've ever, like their Asian models, like their Chinese models, like thick ones, skinny ones, don't matter. They're gorgeous. Like really, really, really gorgeous. Pretty sure she's white. Where's all my funny shit? Side note, what UI is that? This is the this is just their browser. Warning, AI found on REDNote.
最近有外国朋友啊，收到这样一份合同，他们在网上咨询求助，我来解释一下。这种情况要具体问题具体分析，但我要提醒这位外国朋友，网络上很多东西啊都是不。
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! That's the I don't know who this Officer Wu to prevent Frank. I don't know who this dude is, right? But looks official. Somebody from REDNote or whatever goes, hey, just so you know, be careful. Be careful. You know, like things are untrue. Things are fake. My algorithm is sus. Shit. Oh, look at that. I'm looking for funny shit is what I'm trying to do. Look at this motherfucker. Like, I would have never, I'm sorry. This is racism. This is racist of me. Never in a million years would I have thought that Chinese dudes can freaking get that big. Like, I just thought they were like, you know, I don't know why I thought that. That's pretty stupid. Pretty ignorant. That motherfucker is jacked. I'll tell you one thing you're not going to ever find. Like, I could scroll this just fine on here because they don't allow anything. They don't allow anything. You don't remember Bolo Young? Is that the... Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking... But yeah, but that's why he was famous, though. Like, I thought I was like, yeah, I mean... That's the dude from... let me see if that's the same dude I'm thinking of. Yeah. Damn, that's right. He was huge as fuck. Look at that dude. Oh, let me see. Put that over here. Yeah, you were right. That's a big dude. But this guy's like tall as shit, too. What the hell? I thought she was putting a hammer to her feet or some shit. I don't care shit about that. You know what I'll never be able to get into is ASMR. Like, I don't, what is the sounds doing for anybody? Anyways. Yes, all my funny shit is not on the feed today. Whatever. But yeah, so there is China. You know, what if You know, what if China is trying to, influence me by showing me, all the cats and all the models and all the bodybuilders and corgis. This shit is all fake, dude. It's all fake. Let's see what this thing.
The clock ticking on TikTok with the U.S. ban set to take effect on Sunday. So now American users are flocking to a different Chinese social media platform, making it the most downloaded app in the U.S. It's called REDNote.
Hello, TikTok refugees from the US. Welcome to REDNote. Xiaohongshu.
Hi, TikTok refugee. When I opened this app the morning, I was completely shocked. I was thinking, am I getting to the right app?
Now we've got TikTok refugees like you guys flooding Xiaohongshu. Is it just me, or this app feels like a new world?
Is Elizabeth Schulze a TikTok refugee? I don't know. Let's ask her. And let's also ask you why TikTok users are choosing to move to this app in particular.
Okay, so admittedly for this story, Kira, I did download REDNote. I just checked. It's still the #1 download on Apple's App Store. Really notably about this app, Kira, this was launched in 2013.
Look, Maneater refuses to talk Spanish to me, and if my Chinese spy wants to teach me Chinese, then he already has all my information that he's gonna sell and blackmail me with later. Might as well teach me some Chinese,
It is also a Chinese-owned app. So when you actually go to download it in the App Store, the name is still in Mandarin, and when you try to click on the terms and conditions, all of the language there, it's still written in Mandarin. So what we're seeing here is, yes, users are trying to find an alternative in case TikTok doesn't start to work as soon as Sunday, but they're also doing this as a little bit of an act of defiance, saying, look,
Nah, she's in it. When she yells at me, she wants me to understand. So she's gonna say it in English.
we know that TikTok is owned by a Chinese parent company, and we don't care. In fact, we're going to flock to an alternative that is also owned by a Chinese company. And
worse. What these idiots did was, we were on TikTok. We wanted to be on TikTok. TikTok was incorporated in the United States, has data centers in the United States, and is a Singaporean company and a subsidiary to ByteDance, which is a Chinese company. Like, we were so many levels removed, and they said, we will move American data centers to Texas, not to California, you know what I mean? Like literally, we will build data centers in Texas. And that way you can block off your information and you can, see what leaves and what doesn't. They're like, nah. So then all of a sudden, no. And so now everybody's like, okay, we're just going to go to an actual Chinese company then. Fucking idiots.
Other #2 download that we're seeing in the App Store, Kira, is called Lemon8. This is a little bit more like Pinterest. It's more focused on
Lemon8 is owned by ByteDance. Is going to disappear too. That doesn't make any sense.
On still photos and videos. But when you go on TikTok, this is actually a sister app of TikTok's. It's also owned by ByteDance. That's also gaining some traction right now. Again, has that Chinese owner.
Well, okay, then as you just said, REDNote is also a Chinese app. So are there any concerns that
I've never worked for China. I've never been to China.
could also eventually be banned?
Absolutely. I mean, remember, the whole point of the TikTok law, the federal law that was passed with bipartisan support through Congress, signed into law by President Biden, upheld by the courts, has been to try to get TikTok to divest of that Chinese ownership. So actually, Lemon8, which is also owned by the same owner as TikTok, ByteDance, it could be subject to this same ban. REDNote could face that kind of a fate down the line, that we haven't heard any rumblings about that quite yet. So that's the reality here, is that the Chinese ownership is what has concerned officials when they're talking about the possibility of the Chinese government influencing Americans' opinions online.
Leifeng 520, I taught kindergarten in Shanghai. That's awesome. That's pretty dope. Let me see. Hold on. Who was that? I recognize you. I think you're. Are you my Chinese spy that I was coordinating with, and you demanded my social security number, and I gave it to you freely?
Providing disinformation, potentially manipulating them, and also tracking their data for now. That's a national security concern. We've heard for years now from several administrations. One thing that's notable, Kira, is that there hasn't been as much rumblings about some of the U.S.-based alternatives here. So YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, maybe even Snapchat. We're not seeing this kind of same flood of action toward those platforms.
I wonder why. Why are we not seeing a flood of users go, I can't use TikTok, might as well use Reels. Maybe because those sites don't push out information to other people unless you're big. Because those sites only give a fuck if you can make them money. Period. Anybody can blow up on TikTok. Reels won't let you get actually verified unless you have like 10,000 followers and you got to get so many of this and that and blah blah blah. I'm just like, how are you confused? It's clear that TikTok does not strangle information, does not put a chokehold on information, and that is the type of Chinese influence that they are trying to get rid of.
But maybe that's something we will see over time if TikTok really does go away. U.S. users would end up going and spending more of their time there, and advertisers might also end up spending more of their dollars there too.
Thank you. See, sometimes you just gotta you can't be too slick with me, especially when I'm streaming, because now I get it. Do you scan the eyes? Do you scan the eyes? I have what are you talking about? Like, do you, for data, for identification, biometrics, do you keep copies of people's eyes? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Twitch, I don't see how anybody gets big. They won't even put small streamers on the front page and let them be discovered. I'm saying, dude. I'm saying. At this point, I do it because, I'm back because I miss it. I have no aspirations of blowing up. I do this because I like it. I came back because I missed it. But it's whatever. Okay. I stumbled upon just now the Chinese woman with braids and cornrows and a Black American woman hyping her up. Listen, let me here. Hold on. I got something for you. Here's why I think every Black woman should hype up Chinese women, for cornrows or anything else. What do you think the difference is, American people? I'll tell you the difference right now. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Watch this. How many times did you see this? Come on now. Let's be honest. And so when now we're in China and they're wearing cornrows and shit, Black women be like, that's fair. We're even. Oh shit.
Bottom line, there's always going to be another app.
Yes. No.
Mm-hmm. Including now 8. Yeah, I know. That was the first one that came up too. And that was Pinterest. I still don't understand Pinterest. I really don't. I've tried. I'm a dork when it comes to apps. I like apps. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, real quick. Real quick. Yeah, we'll close the red. What are you doing? You trying to get on camera? For a while, reggae dance hall queen was Japanese. Apps. There's no abs around here. No, sir. All right, moving on. Moving on. Is this on here? Nah, it's not. Okay. So something embarrassing happened today. Something that I think puts a black eye on the country. Yeah, and you know I talk about the genocide, and we talk about police brutality and killing unarmed black men and wealth disparity, but this right here is gonna put us on the map. Apparently, Michelle Obama is going to skip the inauguration. I know. Let's just take a breath. Oh, why is this thing all the way up like that? How was I sounding before? I feel like was I like what's it called? Sounding weird. Junko Kudo, Japanese woman, won dancehall queen competition Jamaica 2002. Damn. That's what's up. But yeah, look at this shit right here. Michelle Obama skipping Trump's inauguration.
Well, Trump's inauguration is just 4 days away, and Michelle Obama says she's not going. It will be the second time in 2 weeks that she has skipped a gathering of former presidents and a break from longstanding tradition. Now, according to The Hill, longtime allies of the former First Lady say that she is sending a powerful statement by skipping the event. They say that she wants nothing to do with a man undeserving of the presidency and is making no effort to hide her disdain for Trump. Now, one ally said, quote, she meant every word she said on the campaign trail with every fiber of her being, and she's no hypocrite. Another said, quote, saving some credibility. A source also telling People magazine, quote, there's no overstating her feelings about Trump. She's not one to plaster on a pleasant face and pretend for protocol's sake. Michelle doesn't do anything because it's expected or it's protocol.
Obama? I don't know that. I don't know about that. Is Obama not going? I'm not so sure.
Or it's tradition. Now, note that her office is keeping quiet on why she's skipping Trump's big day.
People were wondering
why what do you mean why? You just read off like multiple quotes about I can't stand Donald Trump. Why? What do you mean they're keeping quiet? Oh my God, I hate when I do that.
last week when we didn't see Michelle Obama sitting in the pews at the funeral for Jimmy Carter, whether she would actually attend the inauguration this week. Both of those events would have brought her face-to-face
Look at
with
that.
Donald Trump. They said last week that scheduling conflicts
Obama,
prevented her from
Clinton,
attending that event.
and
They're
Bush not going to
elaborating on
attend.
why she won't be attending next week's inauguration, which I think probably tells you everything you need to know. You know, Michelle Obama
Well, this is 2
has
days
made
ago.
no secret about her feelings towards Donald Trump.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
you can sort of look at this as a balancing factor, as it were, which is everything we just said, that perhaps it is indeed because of her feelings, while also some who argue, well, the position you occupy or that you used to occupy should rise above those feelings, and other that say it's simply none of our business and we don't know what's going on. What say you?
Well, let me preface my remarks by saying I've been to the, her White House twice, actually with Shark Tank. We shot updates there. She's a really nice
that's who he
woman.
is.
And
I was like, why do I know this dude? Who is this guy? He's the Shark Tank guy.
Obama, nice guy. However, this is different. This is about signaling the office of the President of the United States, regardless of who's in it. This tradition has gone on for over 100 years. This is what presidents do and their wives on inauguration
who all gonna
day.
be
This
there?
is the holiest day of politics.
The holiest day of politics. Bro, these people are fucking weird. They're weirdos. Completely, absolute fucking weirdos.
Is the transition of power. You have to respect it. I don't like what she's doing here. I'm against it. I think it's wrong, as was it wrong for Trump not to attend Biden's. This is just wrong. This is not what we do in America. It's just not done, and I don't like it. It takes away from the institution of freedom and what the signal to the world is. Our number one export, I say this over and over again, it's not energy, it's not technology. The number one export is the American.
Is what? Is what? What do you think our number one export is? Is it war? Is it death? Is it famine? Is it destabilization of the global south? Is it arming resistance fighters who become terrorist groups later, that you name terrorist groups later? Is it arming and funding genocides? Which is it? What is it? What do we export?
American dream.
The American dream. We export that. Yeah. If he means American propaganda, then sure. The American dream, we export that. Simply not facing orange in the right way, and they make a big deal and how it's all against God. It's an act against God. Yeah.
People come here. This messes with that.
And so, Harris, for those that say, oh, this is an act of resistance, there are many who say, well, isn't something greater than that unity and America, and therefore, yes, show that unity.
So he's gonna do the thing where he mentions Trump didn't also, and that's what people are gonna do. They're gonna give like a quick aside. They're gonna give like a yeah, Andrew Trump shouldn't have either. Next, like, you know what I mean? Like they'll say the thing, but really they're flipping out now. I mean, because you have that. Okay, so good. You understand that both is wrong, or not understand. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I do not find it wrong. But okay, so at least you're consistent on you thinking both are wrong. How did you react when it happened? That's what I'll ask him. How did you react when Trump? Were you this flabbergasted?
And to her words, go high.
Well, yeah, I mean, show the example of what you say you're saving your credibility for, right? I mean, if you're saving your credibility for a later moment in time, don't you want to be looked upon as someone who gave everyone the benefit of the doubt and showed up when it counted? I mean, these are once-in-a-lifetime events for most.
She is going high. America went low and voted in a felon, a rapist, a fascist. Right? This is who America went low, and the Obama said, you know what? We're gonna go high, and we're not going to attend. We're gonna be better people than that, and we're not gonna go to the inauguration like Snoop Dogg is and Kid Rock.
Most of the people who'll be in those seats. She's blessed to have ever been on the receiving end of people showing up for her husband. So what are you saving your credibility from if you're not willing to live with integrity in those very difficult moments? It's not
showing up to an inauguration is living with integrity. Like showing up to this Biden handing over power to Trump is showing integrity. And Nelly, Jesus.
When you love everything and everything's perfect that you show up when there are difficult times and difficult people. Otherwise, sit down completely.
Because wasn't there an argument always for radical generosity and that radical forgiveness? And that in my occupation of this position, I will show to you what that generosity looks like, what forgiveness looks like, what grace looks like. I thought that's what we were supposed to see.
Yeah, so an ABC reporter is reporting that Nancy Pelosi won't be attending. We'll wait to see if Fox can confirm that. They spoke to her spokesperson, they say. So we'll see. This tradition has been broken.
They sit there and they talk about grace and charity and generosity. It's this double speak. It's that they're, you know, like all of them like this fucking little slithery snakes and do not give a fuck when Trump or any Trumper, you know, goes around backstabbing, goes back on promises, lies out of his fucking mouth. Doesn't show up to an inauguration when Biden won. None of them give a fuck about that, right? But then they're gonna say, "Oh, that's you know, that's like it reminds me of like you know, like you got this murderer and then all the murderer kills people. And then when they get death row, it's like, how can you kill me? How can you end human life? Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Good night, man eater. Man, they're gonna have to keep the cameras in close on this inauguration, like when wrestling shows have too many empty seats.
Before, this wouldn't be novel. This wouldn't be aberrational. To your point, Kevin, they have every right to do what they'd like to do. Pelosi
That's right.
And Michelle Obama.
Sure.
Now, they have the right to do it, but it can also be the tone-deaf way to do it. When you
Tone
look at
deaf.
President Trump, 77 million votes, won all 7 swing states, and he got the highest raw vote total of any GOP president ever. So if you're
GOP president, he knows that one. Any GOP president. Okay, so he's the most popular fucking garbage person. Okay, and like Michelle Obama, you should be going out of all the fucking ghouls, he fucking was the most popular ghoul.
a party that's looking, I believe Nancy Pelosi wants the best for the Democratic Party, probably Michelle Obama too. I would look at it and maybe take more of a Gretchen Whitmer tone, who yesterday said, I want to figure out how I can work with Donald Trump, whether that's authentic or not. I don't know. Time will tell. I think that's the better approach than the adversarial Newsom-like approach. But again, time will tell.
Can I be honest, Jerry? You know, when I hear that about Nancy Pelosi,
No, you're on this show. You're on Fox News. The answer is no, you can't be honest. That is not possible.
I'm not surprised because she ripped up the State of the Union. To me, she put her petty politics and petty feelings I saw as an American she was supposed to represent above me, who she's supposed to represent. I've never seen that from
Like
Michelle.
all this pearl clutching, all this like this like this behavior is just so beneath the, this position and God, dude, these fucking people, man, they make me fucking sick. They absolutely make me sick. Let me see this. Kid Rock weighs in.
Why isn't Michelle attending?
Oh my God, how fucking embarrassing is that? That's embarrassing right there.
All the other first ladies are.
I don't know. She seems a little angry. She might be, I don't know.
Kid Rock is criticizing
So that was gonna be a period joke, okay?
Michelle Obama's decision to skip Donald Trump's inauguration. In a Fox News interview published on January 16th, the artist began the conversation with an unsolicited thought about the former First Lady's announcement.
So is this your first inauguration?
No. I was actually listening to your show a little bit before I got in the truck here, and I heard,
That's another motherfucker I would love to punch in the face right there. Or at least get punched in the face or hit by a car or something. That would be dope. Like, look at his face. Tell me that's not somebody you wouldn't enjoy just like in slow motion. And one of those hyper slow motion super cameras that can catch a bullet flying through the air. You know those ones where they like show like how things explode when they're hit by a bullet. And it's just like, I want to see every fucking ripple of him getting punched in the face. This guy right here. I mean, sure, Kid Rock too, whatever. But this guy, some people just have these. It's the fucking smirk, is what it is. Like I wouldn't be able to handle talking to this dude with his little fucking smirk. I would go to jail.
Michelle Obama's not attending. I would kindly remind her that years back, when
Trump didn't go. Is that what you're gonna say?
Obama was first elected, I did not vote for him. But they asked me to play the inauguration, and I played it, and I went. Had a good time. I went for out of respect to the presidency, so I would kindly remind Miss Michelle about that.
I would kindly remind Michelle Obama that Kid Rock performed for free. Was it free? No, I got paid. Okay, yeah. I took a contract and got paid to perform at the inauguration. So think about that, Michelle Obama. What the fuck's I got to do with anything? That guy makes me hate being white. Oh man, old man Rock. Man, I'm telling you, this guy is like he's slowly turning into the Crypt Keeper, and these glasses and the beanie. It's like he won't let 1994 go. He won't let 1994 go at all.
I forgot about that. And that's cool because it's really not about the politics. It's about the office.
Okay, yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Here, check this one out. Here, I got something for y'all.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama will not be attending the inauguration.
One of the people who's not going to show up is Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama.
She was the one who preached about unity and norms and standards. When they go low, you go high. It only appears that she only does that when she wins. When you don't win is when you see the character of a person.
If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
She should show up. She's a former first lady.
This is the holiest day of politics. It is the transition of power. You have to respect it.
She's disrespecting the transition of power.
It's about the office, and you got to respect it.
I suspect she's a bit of a selfish person who doesn't want to put country ahead of herself.
She seems a little angry. She might be, I don't know.
So filled with hate, she is refusing to go.
Donald Trump and his wife Melania did not attend the inauguration of his successor.
He will be the first living president in 150 years not attending his successor's inaugural. Nor did Melania Trump invite Jill Biden during the transition for a tour of the White House living quarters, as Michelle Obama did with Melania 4 years ago.
What a fucking, like, how do you not? You know what's funny too is that they knew this was the thing. This is the level of disrespect that Fox News has towards their viewers. Like, this is the kind of shit. This is how Fox News viewers are treated, because they go, you know what? Hey guys, you know, if we push this hard about Michelle Obama not attending, you know, they're gonna turn and they're gonna call us out because Trump didn't go. And then they all this is moment of silence when somebody says that. They all turn and look at each other, and then they all start busting out laughing at the same time, because our viewers are too fucking stupid to put those two together. Like, if they're watching us, there's no way they're gonna give a fuck that Trump. They're not gonna even know. Matter of fact, there's some percentage of them that are gonna go like, yeah, he did. I remember, I was there. Oh Lord. What a fucking shit show. What a shit show. That's all the headlines I have for this week on the Fallout Report. However, we are going to watch. It is time for Brain Rot. It is time. It's time. Where is it? Where is it? Nope, that's the wrong chat. Going up, scrolling up. Boom. The segment starts at 48 minutes. Bet. All right. It's time for Brain Rot. You thought these were already in Brain Rot with all this Fox News shit? That's a good point. That's a good point. Let's see here. You said 48 minutes? That's the start of her whole thing? 48. Oh, okay. So 48 is this dude. So we gotta watch let's see who popped on his way out. Oh wait, I see what's happening here. That guy. Okay, got it. Trust the process. All right. The next mail. Oh, no sound? Okay, my bad. What's going on? Boop. What? Oh, that's why.
how much you rate them, okay?
I thought we watched this on Monday. No, we always watch. We watch them on when I'm at the end of the shows. Boom. Okay.
Oh my gosh! All right, bring in the next meal.
Yeah, the DSB knows what's up.
All right. Wait until him reach out here. Come to the side up.
Okay, so he's there. Nobody pop. Nobody pop.
Right, sir. Introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, ladies. My name is Trey. I am the Jamaica guru.
All right. Trey, the question that they want to have, they're saying, what's your best first date? Your ideal first date?
My ideal first date. All right, so for me, the first date is kind of weird. You know, you don't really know each other, so you kind of not comfortable. So I'd like a walk on the beach, maybe walk and talk in the park, something like that, where we can get to know each other. I wouldn't want it to be in some.
That first one's ready with that pin.
Like a restaurant or somewhere like that.
All right.
So priority would be getting to know you.
Getting to know, like a quiet spot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's your type?
All right. So.
Just the mic up, man.
My type. I like a female with depth of character. Someone who's interesting. Someone who I can sit and talk to for hours. Sorry, I didn't give a physical type, but that is what I
like. A vibe, yes. Personality.
Yes.
All right. That's not bad. That's good. All right, so we didn't get a pop. That's awesome, right?
Yay.
All right, so basically, right now none of the females popped the balloon for you. So you have a chance right now to get to know these females to find out who you're going to pop, right? All right, so out of appearance though, pop 2 females balloon.
Oh, damn. Off appearance?
Yeah. The sort of appearance?
Based on appearance, pop 2 females.
Nah.
I know, but beauty is the eyes of the beholder.
Windows to the soul.
The eye of the beholder.
Yes, poetry, you know? So based on their appearance, pop 2 female
That's
balloon.
rough. No
First,
way.
ladies, let me say,
No
you are all
way.
beautiful, so it's nothing personal, okay? It's just going down for it.
All right, Sammy rule.
Yes.
All right, so pop 2.
Yes.
Ooh, all right, 1. That's 1 more.
Green top. That jean short. Oh, there's 2 green shorts. You know, the one with the regular color hair. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's go over to there. Come over to this side.
Nah.
Your name?
That's strategic. Sorry. That's strategic. I don't care. He says, I was going to give him shit, but he did say male earlier. So it looks like he just says male for dudes and female for, it's cringe. It's cringe. You could tell the red hair is bad. Here's the deal. I'm telling you right now, that was a tactical decision. The first one, a little bit bigger, plain Jane. I think that was an easy one. If he had popped that green one, the other girls, he would have lost other girls on that one. Like, see, you're shallow. Pop. So he's like, I can't pop the other big girl. I'm going to pop the least attractive of the bigger girls. And then I'm going to pop a pretty one. Boom. Nobody can say nothing. I'm telling you, tactical.
Chrissy.
All right, Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy.
Why did you pop Chrissy balloon?
Okay, a few things.
Goddamn.
My parents would disown me if I bring home someone with so many tattoos.
Your parents?
Yes, my parents would disown me. And the red hair, I don't really like bright colors. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
so
maybe that's
okay.
Before
you talk to a girl, you want to think about bringing her home to your parents.
Of course. Why else would I talk to a girl?
All right. And based on her appearance, how much did I rate her?
Well, you are very beautiful. Let's say 7.8.
She said, I know.
And you don't like girls with tattoo?
Not saying I don't like girls with tattoos, but I have to think about what my parents are going to think.
What you have to say about that?
Mama's boy.
I wouldn't say mama's boy. I grew up with both my parents. They do play a big role in my life.
Understandable. Understandable? All right, based on his appearance, what do you think about it?
I get it, so.
8 out of 10?
Thank you very much.
And what the tattoo though, is it something that you will change for him though?
No. Nah.
Kind of question that.
What does I want to find out? Like, suppose she say, "Oh shit, I
wouldn't want her to change it for me.
No, just the part because the only best thing me ever see coming here from him. We're there so long in a real life. That's it, you know.
I don't know I don't know what the fuck she said, but that's all right.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right, let's
Every
go down
time
the
I
line.
see a guy it says female, I think they're for ring.
Whitney.
All right, so why did you pop Whitney balloon?
Hi, Whitney.
Because you came here looking like you were running to the grocery store, like you were in the middle of cleaning, and you said, "Oh shit, I forgot milk."
Look, Panga, you have a man?
Yeah.
Whitney. Wait. You take this thing for a joke. Whitney. What the backside?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
So you know Shava man?
No, I'm from Langata.
You know me from long time?
Yes, of course. You know me
from no.
Look for me, you don't know me?
No, I don't remember you. Where you know me from?
I know you.
From?
I know you.
From where?
Oche.
Just
I know
Oche.
Oche you live?
No.
Where you live?
I'm not gonna tell that.
Hey, nobody with a flirting thing. The man say you have a man. Why are they here so if you have a man?
I don't know. Probably just I go.
Don't I go out my business, Whitney. Dude.
I love your show, really, so why not?
No, you can't. Live boss. Going to people? Like, all right then. We're moving on from here because there's no content. How much should I rate her?
I would give her a
The
7.
mic.
I would give her a 7.5. I like her personality.
Why didn't you pop?
To be honest.
That's shitty right there. He goes, "I'm gonna give you a 7.5. I like your personality." That's messed up. That's not right. That's not right. You don't have to say that. You don't have to do the extra thing, you know?
I go pop the balloon, but I didn't want to hear how I'm going to respond to the rest of girls them before I pop the balloon. But if I pop the balloon from the time him say the first date, because why you want to bring me go, I want a silent place for the first
I
date.
said we can go for a walk on the beach.
Nah. I'd rather go like one restaurant or somewhere open, because I don't like someone know you for the first, you know?
But if you accept the date, that means you have some kind of trust, you know, right?
All right. Whitney, where your man there? Like, I can't get over it. This is crazy. No, this is yeah. See, there's a child look at next man and have a man. Whoa, people coming.
She got a man and she's been on other shows. Elite's diming her out. Oh, subtitles? Okay, yeah. That's probably gonna help a little bit. I was taking it as a challenge.
Below for the car. This is getting me. Oh, me I gotta get for find out if I have a boyfriend. You have a boyfriend? You have a boyfriend? You have a boyfriend? You have a boyfriend? You have a boyfriend?
No.
Jesus, man. Ask no day in and day out. All right. Come, G. Sorry, man.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
All right, give me. All right, watch here now. Everybody without a balloon. Walk it grace for me now, please. All right, come to this side. My G, come
A
up
girl
here.
with the red hair is a stripper.
All right. So we have 4 females
an exotic dancer
with their balloon, right? So you have a chance right now to ask each of them a question to get to know them. You know? Let's go. Who do you want to start with first?
Now we can start right here.
Right here? All right. What's the question for her?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh yeah, so what is the biggest lesson that life has taught you?
What are you saying?
Do things in the moment. Don't wait and say like tomorrow, because there's not always tomorrow. Yeah.
It's good.
That's good.
All right. Question for her.
I like the host. The host is cool.
Same question.
Same question. I think it's just that everything happens for a reason and to always trust the process, even the bad things.
All right. Your name?
Let me tell you something.
Nay.
I feel like this girl right here, she don't want to be there. She's like, can you hurry this shit up? I gotta get my nails done at 2.
Same question?
Yeah, same question.
I think life has taught me to always follow your gut and follow your dreams and never listen to all the naysayers, because you're the only one who's gonna know your dream and believe in it.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Your name?
Leah.
Hi, yeah.
Hi.
Same question.
All right. Not everybody is your friend, and not everybody who say them love you, love you.
Okay.
All right. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so come down to this side.
Well, you see, I missed the question. So I feel like the question was, if you had to write the most played out Hallmark card ever, right? If you were just like, what is one that people would be like, bro, did you think that was deep? And then like that's the phrase you're trying to think of. Like somebody would, and then that's what they came up with.
All right, so based on the answer, though, let me know who's the least you're interested in.
Based on the answer?
Yeah, all right. It's the vibes. It can be like based on, because you asked one question.
Yeah.
It could have been more.
Okay, so should I pop the balloon or just?
Based on the least, yeah, just pop one balloon.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's go down to this side. Why did you pop her balloon?
It's nothing personal. I just think the lesson, there, I think it's pretty normal. Like, there's way more to life than what you think about other people. Life is beautiful and you should learn to love people. Yes, even if we're not friends, I would still like to be cordial with you.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you have to be wary and tread lightly.
Yes, of course, but I think that's one of the basic lessons you start when you're growing up. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing I learned, just one of the early lessons.
Right, because me's a loner, and I have friends like that. Me make it stay as that. And I like too much people in my circle, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, why did you pop your balloon? Why didn't you pop your balloon?
I like her accent.
Honestly, first good-looking guy I bring up in the lineup where, decent and look like him have him stuff together.
Thank you.
No, you're picking on me. What do you mean first good? All right, continue. No, you're picking on me about continue.
But make it stay. Yeah, but you look like a decent person, well-dressed, well put together, like you're coming from work, and even you saw you're coming from work, you look neat.
Thank you.
Based on him appearance, how much did I rate him?
Has a bozo.
Thank you.
Rate him both, huh?
Which one? You talking about
She's very beautiful.
the contestant or the host?
Circumstances. How much I would rate her?
Yeah.
Definitely an 8.
Yeah?
I'm good. Can work with that.
All right, then. You didn't get that much today? Walk with grace, please. All right, come to this side. All right. So this round, the ladies is gonna ask you a question. They're gonna have a chance to ask you a question, get to know you.
Like the
Any question you want to ask, it can be more than one.
two prettiest ones I thought were on there are gone, so I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
Walk
All right,
with
start with
grace.
you.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Let's go.
Whenever I want somebody to get on my face, I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here, get out of my face." I'm gonna be like, "Hey, walk with grace, walk with grace that way, out my face."
What do you think about a long-distance relationship?
So, when you say a long-distance relationship, how often do you see each other?
I don't know, like, depending on schedules.
Depending on schedule.
Yeah.
I would right there, boom, pop, pop. That'd have been done. I'm not asking no more questions. I asked you a regular ass question, and you want to answer me like you're annoyed with me? I just want clarification. That's all I want. I don't know. Pop. Done. Okay, next question. Get the fuck out of my face. No. Not get the fuck out of my face. Walk with grace. That's what I'm telling Vio
Once
con
a
Dios.
Once a month.
Con Dios.
Yeah, maybe once every 2 months.
Once every 2
Yeah.
months.
Once every 2
Sometimes,
months.
like, people are busy
Nah.
How long would it be long distance for?
until we get married.
Nah, Pop.
Okay, say it isn't long distance anymore. Would you be willing to move to Jamaica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get the answer?
Yeah. I might.
Good.
That's good.
All right. Anything you want to ask him?
What is the most, what is something you're so interested in, passionate about?
I want to completely change tourism in Jamaica.
What?
So I believe
Tourism.
Tourism now it's centered around the all-inclusive industry, and I believe Jamaica has so much more to offer. So that is what I do at my company. We provide new all-inclusive, so a way for people to safely explore and experience Jamaica.
Okay.
So I am passionate about Jamaica.
That's nice.
All right. Okay. All right. What's the question for you?
Okay,
He's gonna be he's gonna go for the first one, but that's gonna be a mistake, I think. Because I think he should go for the second one. The first one, she's got an attitude. I don't think she's there for the right reasons.
I have a couple of questions. How old are you?
How old do I look?
You look like you're 20.
I hate that answer. I know.
27.
27? No, I am 24.
Oh, okay. Okay. How you feel about older women?
How do I feel about older women?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, right, the reason why I wouldn't date an older woman, I like to be in control.
So you
And
don't.
The thing about when you date older women is they feel like they need to tell you what to do. It's more of a mentor relationship, and no, I'm the only one that controls my destiny.
Okay. All right. Well, what are some things that you value in life?
In life,
Mm-hmm. Like, what are your biggest values in life?
that's a really good question. I think life is beautiful, wonderful, and precious, and we should all wake up every day and experience it to the fullest.
Okay. Okay. So, are you completely closed off?
He's
to
gonna pop your
dating
balloon,
an older
homie.
woman?
This is it's too many questions.
It's just that, again, I don't let anyone control me.
What do you consider control?
Would you want to tell me what to do and how to live my life?
No, everybody's their own individuals. Yeah.
Okay. Would you allow me to guide you, help you move forward?
Yeah.
All right, there. Pop your balloon. Everybody, just pop your balloons. Like everybody, like a host, contestant, everybody, just pop your balloons. Can you think about what the fuck? Like, think about what he just said. I don't want to be controlled. Are you gonna let me control you? What? What did you just say?
Guiding and controlling are two different things. You know what I'm saying? So
You can give your opinion, but not force me to take it. That's
Right.
the main problem I
right.
have.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
You keeping it? All right. Come to this side, Moji. All right. So based on the question that you guys asked, you got your answer. Are you satisfied with the answer? Yeah? Yeah? So it's back to you, my G. Okay? So you guys are keeping your balloon. It's back to you to ask each of them a question that you know personally. It's sit close to your heart, okay? So you know say it's a very important question. So you know say if they're not that type or they're not with that, it can't work. Ready?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
So.
Here comes thing.
Oh, me ask the question?
Me wants to know how many body count you have.
Oh. All right. So, right, my father notoriously calls me Pinky and the Brain because he always say, I try to take over the world. If I tell you someone conquer the world, how would you feel about that?
If what?
If I told you that I wanted to conquer the world, how would you feel about that?
I would be happy. Especially if we're together, because your success would be my success. So then I would just be a stay-at-home wife and I'll be happy. Like, we conquered the world. That's how I feel.
All right. Get the answer? Okay.
He said, huh? He said, huh?
Same question.
Yes, same question.
I would obviously be happy. Like, it's good to have big goals and big ambitions. I want to conquer the world, so I think that's good.
Perfect.
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 All right.
This third one's gonna have a better answer. Watch.
Same question.
Yes, same question.
So I would have to get clarification on what you mean by conquer the world. Because, you know, you could mean...
Nah, never mind. He's like, oh my God, here we go. Just answer the goddamn question. That's what he just said.
it in a bad way. So what you mean by that?
I knew it. I knew it.
So, it's not really about what I mean. It's just that you don't trust me enough if you have to ask me that question.
I don't know you.
But if we're together, right?
We're not.
So if we're together, would you trust me enough to give me the wheel?
If it got to that point, but we're not. So I was just trying to get clarification.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you pop the balloon because you think she don't trust you?
I think it would be a problem moving forward if every move I make, I would be questioned.
Or say that you don't like a female that questions your judgment?
No, it's not that I don't like a female that questions my judgment. It's that I don't keep people around me that does not believe in me. I believe that I
So
can
you
make
took
the right
me
decision.
getting clarification on what you want to do is me not believing in you.
So
you sensitive, homie.
When
That's
you're with people, they're not always going to see the vision. So sometimes you just have to trust that they have your best interest at heart.
no, that's not. That's not. You saw his face. That's not what happened. He went like that. You know, It wasn't about you to trust him. He wanted to say, "But thinks you ask too many questions." That's what he wanted to say. He's like he wants somebody who doesn't want to talk back or anything. He's like, "Don't ask me shit. Don't ask me too many questions. Don't ask." Nah, see, you're asking. Boop. Yeah, that's what.
That is what I want.
I mean, yeah, but
African dictator.
Considering that I don't know you once again.
I completely understand, but that could be something like we could discuss in the dating phase.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if we would have gotten there, yeah, sure, for sure. Mm-hmm.
All right. So why didn't you pop your balloon?
I didn't pop my balloon because I felt like the way that he carried himself when he walked in here was very nice. I feel like you carry yourself with grace that a lot of men lack. It wasn't just like attraction. It was more of like you're really looking for something like a deeper connection. So that's why I didn't pop my balloon.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Based on his appearance, how much would you rate him?
I would give him
8.5.
8.5? That's the highest rating out of all of them they've been up there.
Okay, I come to this side. All right, so are you satisfied with the question that you like, the answer that you got from them?
Yes, I love the answer.
You love the answer. All right, so it's backed on their side, okay? I want you to ask him an intense question.
You better pick the one on the right, or you're gonna regret it, homie. You're gonna pick the one on the right. You pick the one on the right, you got yourself a wifey. Pick the one on the left, and I'm sorry. That's all I can say for you. Or maybe you deserve it.
Question, which you know, if he's not with it, you guys cannot be together, okay? You ready? All right, let's go.
What do you think about like 50-50 relationships?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question.
Just pop. Just pop. You
You
laughed.
are going to give me the wheel, then I would take care of you completely.
Perfect.
What?
Okay.
What?
Alright.
What? What a dumbass.
That's a very interesting question. I believe if you trust me and you are going to give me the wheel, then I would take care of you completely.
What do you think about a 50-50 situation, right? Where you guys share in it, right? You guys are partners. And then he goes, well, if you care for me, if you trust me, you're going to let me have everything. I'm going to have 100% and I'll take care of you. Perfect. I like that. What the fuck?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, okay, where do you see yourself, like, at the end? Like, what's your end goal? Where do you want to be after everything?
Why is that funny?
I've pondered a lot.
This dude's annoying the fuck out of me. Like, just him laughing after every question is pissing me off now.
And it's honestly, it's actually between two things. I see myself sitting on a farm somewhere with animals, chilling, and then there's this other option to what if the work never gets done? Then I want to live my life a way where if I know I'm going to die tomorrow, I'd continue doing the same thing today.
Yeah. I think that's a great answer.
Thank you.
All right. Let's come down to this side. All right, so were you satisfied with his answer? Yeah. So you're keeping the balloon? All right.
His clarification questions are annoying too. I'm gonna know about this whole show. I blame Elite X1.
This is the first thing.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. Like, I wanna retire on a farm with some animals. Like, what happened to taking over the world, fool?
Straight. So back to you, my G. You're gonna have to narrow it down to one. Yeah. If it's gonna be a question or someone that you're feeling more, because we can't stop it right here. What do you want to do?
I can ask another question.
All right, then let's go.
Notorious question, right?
Okay, this is a final question.
Body count.
Notorious question.
Okay.
Where do you guys see yourself, let's say 5 years from now?
Boo.
And a nice house in the middle of like nowhere. Guys, I like that.
Not doing
and just,
anything.
Like being with my family, not having any worries, being like mentally free, stress free, financially free, and traveling. And married, for sure.
All right. This side. Same question?
Yes, the same question.
In 5 years, I want to see myself, like with my degree, doing what I want to do for work, building my life, and moving out of my house. Just building my life and making progress.
Okay.
Okay.
Pop.
Yeah.
All right, so it's up to you now. You have a pick,
We already
right?
know.
All right, so it's up to you.
Let's see. The one who's gonna let him get 100% of everything, the one who like says all his answers are great, or the one who wants to go to college and thinks for herself and wants to, be moving out of her house. This girl wants to be married, living in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, obviously you can pick the one to left.
You? Who are you feeling more? Who are you leaning on to more? Like, who do you want to walk out with today?
This is a really hard decision, but I'm gonna have to go here.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Well
why?
done.
Did you pop
Well
a balloon?
done.
So, I don't see myself there in 5 years. I think the mission I have is going to take a bit longer than that. So I don't think I can be relaxing and traveling the world in 5 years. And I really wouldn't want my partner to be traveling alone.
Oh, understand. Oh, so basically, the next 5 years from now, she will be doing that. But you're saying you guys are not going to be on the same level?
Yeah, we wouldn't be in the same place mentally. And that's always a problem in relationships.
What do you have to say about that?
I agree. I don't want to be with someone who can't succeed like what I want.
Travel and all that.
Yep.
All right. So why didn't you not pop the balloon?
Cause the way he walked in, he had a nice aura. Like I felt it, and he was just like looks clean, looks nice, respectful, and that's it.
All right. So based on his
I hate people when they talk and they don't open their mouth. They don't like have their teeth like when their like teeth don't ever open up.
appearance, though, what do you think about it?
He's a 9.
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I like her. She's wearing the Jamaica merch, and I really love Jamaica.
Me too.
And there's definitely more to her character based on her necklaces and how she dresses. So I definitely think there's one third I meet Sty.
How much should I rate
You
her?
okay? You okay, DSB?
From 1 to 10?
I definitely a 9.5, maybe even 10.
Hold on. We're gonna call out. What's up? Let me scroll up for a second. Where's the other comment, DSB? Wait, no, wrong one. They're blinded by bias. Do you got another one in here? DSB, it's okay. It's okay. We can't all be 6'5".
Okay. All right, then. It wasn't that much today. Walk with grace, Homina. Wow. All right. So we're down to 1, right? This was your choice, right?
Yes.
All right, but we're gonna find out if she chooses you.
Of course.
Right? All right. The question I want to ask you: is he a match?
Yeah.
Is a match for you?
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, I just met him, but so far, yeah.
It's a match.
Yes.
So we have a match.
Yeah.
Bitch,
We have
what
a
the
match?
fuck?
Yes, I definitely do.
We have a match. All right. So in this segment, we have a match. In this segment, I'm gonna ask you right now a second question. Easier match, right? But you have a chance right now to throw it all away, right? And gamble and see if you can win up to $50,000.
JMD or USD?
JMD. Are you gonna choose love? Are you gonna choose the money?
But if you do not pick 50,000 JMD to USD, 300. Oh, never mind. $300. Never mind.
No.
It's $300. She's not doing the math. She's gonna regret this. Well, not really, because we know he's a piece of shit. But like, if he wasn't a piece of shit, she's not doing the math. If she $300, nah, I'm good. I'll go on my date.
I would choose love.
You're gonna choose love?
Yeah.
You're gonna choose love?
Yeah.
What you have to say about that?
Most definitely.
All right, let's go! We have a match! Yeah. All right, so hold hands and walk. Hold hand and walk. Walk with grace. Whoa.
She's super pretty.
That is it. All right, let's go. Yo, me not lie. We are finding love. That was so good. I felt the chemistry. You never know someone have that twist there. You never know. So guess what? We're going to be in Montego Bay and we're going to go Negril.
That's enough. You remind me of Jack Black, except I'm not a Zionist. I'm fat with a beard, but I'm not a Zionist. See, and that's what's important. It's what's inside that matters. And if I'm gonna sit there and not support a genocide, or kick out my bandmates for not supporting a genocide, then you know. Yeah, he is. His bandmate was on stage right after Trump almost got shot, right? And the bandmate, his partner in what's it called? The fucking or gently people. What's the group called? You guys will help me out. But the other dude in that group for like fucking 20 years, he cut off the whole thing because his joke was, it sucks they missed Tenacious D. Kyle Gass of Tenacious D. That's it. And when Kyle Gass fucking made a joke on one of the concerts that too bad they missed or something like that, something along those lines, Jack Black cut it all off. And then it all started coming out. Jack Black is like super Zionist, super supporting genocide and all that shit. So fuck Jack Black. He's still funny though. I'm not gonna be like those people that you find out somebody's a piece of shit. Like, yeah, I didn't like. Now I can stop pretending I didn't like him. No, dude is funny as fuck. I like Jack Black, but fuck him. Speaking of that, what really needs to you really need to watch Mr. Beast games on Amazon Prime. That shit is truly a display of human greed and ugliness. Damn. I will check it out. Has anybody watched Squid Games 2 yet? I'm gonna start that. I definitely want to watch. I think tomorrow, me and the wife are gonna watch. Oh boy, we're gonna do it today, but the stream took longer than I thought. I thought we were gonna be done like an hour ago. He basically stole Squid Game. Yeah, I think I heard about that. I don't know, man. I struggle with Mr. Beast sometimes. Like, it's true he does the philanthropy, and that's cool that he gave. It's just something about it. It's just something. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It just seems greasy, Can we do Beast games on Twitch too? If it's on Amazon, I could do an Amazon watch party on Twitch. But the people watching have to also have Amazon Prime. So, I've done them before. It's usually like 3 people in here when that happens. So that's about right. This is close to the current peak. That said, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, that's the end of the show. I'm Robo, and I appreciate everybody who came through and supported the channel, the chats, and everything else. I will be back on Monday between 8 and 8:30. Look out for the notifications on Discord. Check me out on. You can check me out on the chats. I am on Threads. I'm on Fanbase. I'm on REDNote. And out of all those places, almost all of them are going to be Left Face TV, and YouTube is just Left Face. And yeah, I'll see you then. Just in case there's any lurkers that don't know who I am, I'm also going to be, I'm also live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel Blurred Without Fear for the live stream show Nerds of Culture. So, yeah, third stream of 2025. And we on it, doggone it. You take care. Don't forget, take care of people around you, but most of all, take care of yourself. I love you all and see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.